Polish your piece. Masterpiece, then write a masterpiece. Deep breath and release. So all you need is depth, breath, and belief to polish your piece. Family.
Hey.
Yeah. Welcome to the Polish Your Piece podcast. Writers, readers, and in-betweeners. It's me, Young, D to the E to the V. And I got with me today my friend, one of my favorite poets, The Truth, the Poet.
Hey, what's up, good people? How y'all feeling all out there, y'all? You know, it's your favorite neighborhood poet, The Truth, the Poet, in the building. I'm rocking with my man. He said D to the E to the V. You know what I'm saying? So we rocking it. We in this building together. Yo, this is the first Polish Your Piece podcast.
Episode 1.
Episode 1, kid.
I'm very thankful. I can't lie. Like, I was so happy when I spoke to you and we got into this, doing this, and Young, we got Midge on the camera.
Yeah, shout
Corey,
out to
thank
Midge.
you for coming. Fabio Free on the controls. I'm thankful. I really appreciate everybody.
The team lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to look over there. It's people helping you do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what's up.
Yeah, so let me let's lay down some ground rules.
Oh yeah, because we need the rules, right?
Yeah. So
okay.
The first thing, one of the most important things is participate. Your involvement in this makes it a community. All right, we want this to be a writing community for everybody who write, not just poets. Like we say, we want writers, readers, and in-betweeners. All right. And then the second thing that I want to say that's important to me is be peaceful and be poetic in the comments. You know what I'm saying? So get crazy in the comments. When you leave a comment, write us something real nice. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
Yeah. What's your? I know you got your rules. So
my rule?
Yeah.
Oh man. So you know my rule. I only got one rule. And the number one rule is love. You know what I'm saying? Love, y'all. Love. So we just want, you know, when you got love, you got everything great, no hate. You feel me? So we keeping the hate out of the comments. We keeping the hate from right here in the podcast. We ain't gonna share no hate, and we don't want y'all to share no hate with us. So we just gonna make sure we support with loving kindness all throughout this podcast. That's all I ask for.
Well, shoot, I love that.
Can you dig it? I can dig it.
All right, well, listen. So let me give y'all a little couple of definitions so everybody know what we talking about, so we on the same page.
Right, that part.
When we do what we do. So when you hear polish your piece, I mean, it sound cool.
Right.
But let me give you a definition. So we say polish. Polish is to make shiny before you present something to somebody. Right?
Yeah.
And then the first piece, like give me a piece of that, piece, that is whatever writing project you're doing.
Okay.
Poem, book, short stories,
scripts,
movies,
yeah,
emails,
right,
captions, because some people go crazy with them captions.
Captions be serious.
Hey, shorty who worked for the Ravens, Cassie, she go crazy on them captions. She gets me lit every time. So all of that is considered a piece.
Yeah.
Now peace, PACE, like how you feel good, right?
Mm-hmm.
The definition for that is freedom from disturbance.
That part.
Okay?
That part.
So, everything not perfect. Everything not always going good.
Yeah.
But we want you to still be free from the disturbance of what's not happening. You know what I mean?
Exactly. There's enough going on in this world. There's enough distraction going on in this world. We all need some peace.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast today is being sponsored by the curators of hip hop. They were so nice to be able to allow us to use their painting that was created at the For the Love of Vinyl opening exhibit at MRI Studios. By the time you see this, it's more than likely going to be an auction up on Give Butter that is working through MRI Studios Incorporated. If y'all want this piece, Y'all better get in there and bid on it so y'all can have it. Shout out to Curators of Hip Hop. Jimmy, what up? Jermaine, what up? Thank y'all so much for being mentors to us at MRI. And we just look forward to continue working together. Everybody go check out Curators of Hip Hop. Ha! So, we're going to be bringing people on this podcast too after the first couple.
Oh, we got a lot of special guests we want to bring on, and we want to know if y'all want to be a part of it. So make sure y'all tune in and tap in. You know what I'm saying?
So like we said, we want some all types of writers to come on this pod.
All types of writers. That means I'm talking about comics.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are writers. Y'all write your jokes and everything like that. We talking about playwrights. You know what I'm saying? What other type of writers we got?
You know what? It's a couple of people who. It's definitely some poets.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we love the poets. That's a given. That's a given.
And then there's some couple of people I know that's real crazy with the pen on the songwriting to
that part.
I know your favorite thing is entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And it's a couple of people that I know who don't consider themselves creative, but the way they write an email, they get you that bag. You know
that
what I'm
part. I need
them. So we want to definitely get them to come through, check them out.
Okay.
And if you want to see somebody on this podcast, do me a favor. Comments.
Put them in the comments. Let us know. Shout them out so we can tap into them. You know what I mean? This is all about building community right here. This ain't for us. This for all of us.
Word. All right, well, you kind of got an idea of what this is for. Who is it for? We're doing this because we love writing. Writing helps us to be able to provide for ourselves, provide for our families.
Yeah.
We're going to get into talking about that some either this episode or next.
Yeah.
But let me take time to actually tell y'all a little story and just introduce y'all really to the truth. We had agreed not to do bios because we feel like sometimes that's a little impersonal, you know?
Yeah.
The truth, like I said, is a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. I first met her. She was playing basketball up at City.
I was hooping it out.
She was nice. Yeah, her team was going crazy. I'm not going to lie. She was...
Nice. Where y'all at?
She was running the point, too. Hey, get in the spot. You come in and set the pick. Yeah. I thought that was dope. And we re-met each other over the years in the poetry scene. Truth has performed at my wedding. She did my wife's vows. Mm-hmm. She's been a part of so many different things. We work together now at MRI.
That part.
Shout out to MRI. And the one thing that I really love and appreciate about Truth was that I think when you started Raw Poetry Productions, you called me and you said, "Hey, I like that poem that you did. I want you to come and do that at my show because it set this vibe." And a lot of people won't tell you that they like what you do and incorporate it into what they do. And to me, that solidified your realness to me. And we always going to just have a special place. So, ladies and gentlemen, I like to introduce to you D.A. Truth, D.A. Poet. Put the @ before that and you know it.
Absolutely, y'all. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. We go back, bro. We go back a long time, man. Even with like you said, basketball, watching me play ball, that was high school days. You know what I'm saying? That was high school days. But as far as you, man, I'm super proud of who you are, what you have become, seeing you from you a community leader. You know, you've been a community leader in every aspect, and then you taken that and shaped it in the form of art, man. I am just above proud of what you have created with the MRI business. You know what I mean? How long have you even been an entrepreneur? Because I don't never even recall you ever working any regular job since I've known you my entire life. You know what I'm saying? Or as long as I've known you, I've never recalled that. Like, what this? You in the community.
I appreciate that.
You hit the ground running. And I mean, in all aspects, you know what I'm saying? Spiritually, you've always hit the ground running, man. everything that you put your foot forward for the kids, for the youth, and you still doing that for the youth, empowering our people to be great. Even with creating this podcast, you still doing that. So like, and just asking you to be a part of my first production was a given, man. I'm thankful that you were able to be a part of that, because that's a time in my history that I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? So that built me.
I'm so thankful for that. Those kind words, and it actually is a perfect segue because I'm back starting my own open mic that MRI Studios Incorporated is sponsoring, and it's called Polish Your Piece.
Oh yeah.
And along with that comes the podcast. I also wrote a poetry book.
Poetry book in the building?
Yeah.
This the first book?
My first book. I'm trying to get like you.
First book. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And I had to ask you to be the first person to come and be a part of this. And what I really appreciate about that was when I asked you, next thing you know, we co-hosting. We done planned 2 types of events. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
And see the collaboration just build together, like starting the community.
Yeah.
So look, let's get into this interview.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So because at first I was supposed to interview you, but now that we co-hosting, we're gonna make this thing
we're just gonna bounce back and forth.
Nice conversation.
Nice conversation. Yeah.
So. We started out, I said how I first met you in basketball.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I would have been your friend had you never spit a poem. I would have still been your friend because you was so nice on the court. And City that year, y'all won the championship, didn't you? Or y'all win?
We won the city championship. We were in regional finals. We made it to the actual championship game. I don't remember what year you seen us, but my last year of hooping, we made it all the way to the actual state championship. Fortunately, we lost. But I won MVP. So.
now, if we're going to put a date on that, I'm going to say like 03, 04.
05.
05.
Yeah, it was my last year.
But I don't think I saw you in your last year, did I?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so we in that range.
Yeah, around there. Don't be counting years, y'all. Don't be counting years. I'm just mature, okay?
All right, so check it, right? So tell me this. How does being a point guard play into your poetry or your business now? Like, how does that figure into your life now?
Man, that's a good question, man. For real, it's how you learn how to lead. And with being an entrepreneur and running Raw Poetry Productions, that is something I lead all the time. But leading, when you lead, you have to learn how to follow, right? You have to know your team. And being a point guard taught me how to know my team, taught me how to utilize every person on the court to their best benefit, not just for themselves, but for all of us around me. So like, knowing that how my shooting guard is going to operate, knowing where my center is going to be and how to use them and utilize them to make the best decisions so we can win. It was about winning at the end of the day, but how do we all use each other to win? Even the people on the bench, how do we cycle them in to win? And that was the same thing that I use for entrepreneurship or business. How do I utilize all of my village around me to win? You know what I'm saying? And I've been able to capitalize on that, especially with Raw Poetry Productions. If you've seen in the production, like I said, I liked your piece. You know what I mean? Your piece stood out, and this person's dance stood out, and this person's songstress, so their song stood out, and we put that in a whole melting pot. That whole show wins. Yeah. How can we lose when we together?
20 people coming to see you. 5 people coming to see her. 5 people coming to see. 5 people coming to see. Now we got 70 people seeing all of us.
All of us. We cannot not sell out. You know what I'm saying?
And you was selling them things.
Oh, selling 7 of them. 7 of them, man.
Yeah, you was putting them together. I was on the sideline like, oh, I like that.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. But yeah, that's how it worked for me.
Yo, what up? D to the E to the V, writers, readers, and in-betweeners. It's your boy DevRock, and I'm here at MRI Studios. And we doing our podcast, Polish Your Piece. And the thing that I want you to know is you can come and do your podcast here too. This is MRI Studios, come on down 20 North Howard Street. It's open 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. You can book your podcast time at www.mristudios.com. Follow us at MRI studios on Instagram. Thank you. To follow up on that, if that's the case, why poetry for you?
Well, man, poetry's always been a thing for me. I mean, ever since I was 5 years old and I read my first poem. You know, I always say, you remember them highlight magazines back in the day?
Nope.
Nope. Oh, man.
I'm not gonna lie. My back in the day memory is a little bad.
Well, if y'all remember highlight magazines back in the day, they was a thing we used to get all the time in the mail, and me and my mom would read them. They had different little stories, activities in them, and in every magazine you got was a poem. And so, like, me and my mom would read those, but the poem stood out to me. It was like, dang, how could this be so powerful in just a few words, right? And I was like, I want to make that impact. I want to do that. And I just wanted to be on stage. Like, I asked for a microphone for Christmas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a whole boombox, because I wanted to just show, I would use my dolls and everything as my audience, set them up on the bed, and I'd be doing comedy. I did anything, you know what I'm saying? So, but poetry allows me to be profound, allows me to make an impact, and I'm able to be super creative, because even with the productions, who would have thought you could do a production with poetry? So man, that is just, I'ma always choose poetry. It's how I talk, it's how I move. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always been me.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah. That's deep.
Yeah, man. But why I'm gonna ask you though. Why you choose music? Why you choose art? Why you choose poetry? Because, I mean, you in this thing with me. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't choose art. Art chose me.
Is that it?
Nah.
But it's really like that, though.
It really actually is, though.
Yeah,
you know what
it's
I mean?
like that.
I thought that I was just going to be some sort of business mogul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a kid growing up, I'm liking numbers. I'm liking computers and all this and all that. I had a friend, Tony. We was at Digital Harbor, and he used to come in and he used to rap freestyles. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I used to just sit there and be like, yo, you nice. And he said something to me, it struck me. He said, yo, he like got tired of me saying it type. He was like, yo, you know you smart, right, Dev? Like, if you decided you wanted to put a couple words together, I'm sure you'd be good at it.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, okay. Then Davon, another friend of mine, he wound up showing me Archie the Messenger and Lyrical the Lyricist. Whew. And the boy Archie said, he said a couple of things, but I had seen in his Brownfish video, Brownfish documentary, he said, my skin costs cash. I said, the boy said his skin costs cash. And they was like the first people that was like spitting that. I love braggadocious rap. You know, talk about how many girls I'm fly, you know what I'm saying, get some money. I like that, you feel me?
Yeah.
But they was the first people that I heard that I thought they was rapping, and they wasn't talking about, they was like educating you.
Right.
So I was like, ooh. And little sidebar real quick. Archie, you know what I'm saying? Somebody listening, somebody gonna see this.
Shout out to Archie.
We need you on here.
Shout out to
And we need you at Polish Your Piece.
Yo, I remember he's another that influenced me. He said, I got your front when your back don't. I'll be your high when your blunt won't. I got your front when your back don't. I'll be your high. I was like, boy.
Man, I got lines of his in my head for days. The boy is a problem.
He is
You know what I'm saying?
He's still a problem.
The energy, you know what I'm saying? They said they was writing for their life. You know, and so I started writing. I ain't gonna get into a long story of it, but from that moment forward, like you kind of said earlier, every dollar that I made in my life after that came from me just talking slick. And so I just stuck with it and stayed in it.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Yeah. So, like, how long have you been an entrepreneur?
I ain't even gonna lie. I graduated. Well, all right. So in high school, I used to sell the Fruities and the penny candy and the Chewies. My father used to get food stamps for me, right? And he used to gain some. Cause I live with my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? Well, he used to gain some. So he'd give me like $40.
Yeah.
I go to the store, the bag, it was like 1,200 of them for like $4.
Right.
So I get 10 bags. Mm-hmm. Then I put 40 in each bag. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty much making $30 off a $4 bag of candy.
Right.
So I was killing them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I ain't know no better. Nothing else I could do. Everything I could get my hand on, I need to sell it after that.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to be a rapper. I wanted to be a musician. Mm-hmm. And then I realized that it was nobody teaching people how to be this stuff. Mm. And so got with Jimmy, you know, shout out Curators of Hip Hop. Shout out my brother Jimmy. And we started putting together what we do. I wrote a curriculum. He had his curriculum. Also worked with Cariz. Okay. Learned so much. Cariz taught me so much because he had his own curriculum working in the schools. And it was a beautiful thing. And then next thing you know, we just took off. And we here. Now we here at MRI Studios doing a podcast.
Kudos to that. Yeah, Kudos to that, man.
This goes back 30-something years.
Yeah.
20 at least.
Okay. 20 years entrepreneur, man.
Yeah.
That's tough. I guess it all started in high school for everybody. Because, I mean, I was selling CDs and DVDs.
Yeah.
Back in high school, man. Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. I had a little suitcase that my Jordans was in.
Yeah. Oh, you had them.
I had them.
I wanted them bad.
I begged for them, bro. Begged.
They had to get them though because you was nice on the court.
My mother's.
They didn't get mine.
I was like, don't. Yeah. I was like, you ain't gotta give me nothing else for the rest of the year. Just please give me these.
Do you remember the notebook that had the strap and it had the zip up?
Yes.
Gutted it out. No work in my notebook. But it was the work was in my notebook.
The work was in
all free, walking through the hallway, and I was selling them for $1. Bing, bow. You know what I'm saying? $1 here, candy here. That's how I was moving.
There was one hustler though in my school that I ain't never seen nobody hustle harder than. Her name was Diamond. This girl sold cheeseburgers, McDoubles, fries, ice creams, all that at the high school. And I mean, she came through with it all. And so, so we used to pay $2 for what costed $1 at McDonald's, but we wasn't making it to McDonald's. I don't know how she did it.
She wasn't. She was getting up at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I don't know how she did it. And they was hot too, bro. They was still warm.
Now she had the steam bag.
The steam bag, bro. She bought her whole car off the hustle. Yeah, it was crazy.
That. So let me ask you this, right?
Yeah.
What does your name mean? Why did you choose the moniker The Truth?
Man, so it go back to basketball again. Like somebody gave me the name. Because after playing so much, they be like, oh, Shorty the Truth. We about to just call you Truth. And to me, saying I was the truth on the basketball court seemed too arrogant. Mm-hmm. And I ain't have like an artist name or nothing like that yet. Then I was still writing in, just writing in books and just, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, that describes me as far as poetry because that's all I write about is telling my truth. Everything that I couldn't say to my parents or to adults or anything, nobody was listening to what was on my mind. So I was able to be honest and truthful with my poetry. And I was like, well, anytime I touch a page, I'm going to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? It also aligned with me spiritually too, because God is the truth. You know what I'm saying? So
there we go.
It came full circle. And I used to write about that a lot. So, you know what I'm saying? Spirituality thing. So yeah, that's where it came from. It ain't going nowhere.
We're going to talk about the new stuff, but of the old stuff, what's your favorite piece?
Of the old stuff.
And by new, I mean start at 2022 back.
So you saying what's my favorite of the old?
Yeah, before 2020.
Before 2020? Favorite of the old. If I go back to high school, I made the news for doing the Jesus piece. It was a piece called the Jesus piece, and everybody knew me for that piece.
It's me, Young, D to the E to the V. It's your boy DevRock, and I'm here, and I'm so happy to be having the Polish Your Piece podcast being shot by Midget Productions. Little in person, big in video. Y'all check the lower thirds for all the information so that you can book them for your event or for your podcast. Whatever you need shot and edited. They might teach you something too. Midge, what up?
Yeah, how they follow you though? Where you at? Where can they find you at?
Y'all can check me out.
Yeah.
At
You
DevRockMX.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And
how
they get with you?
How to get with me? So y'all can check me out at The Truth the Poet. That is DA Truth, DA Poet on all social media platforms. Check me out, see what I'm doing, see where I'm gonna be next.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
Cool. All right, so look, right, we getting back into it, but before we go further with any more questions,
right.
We got this segment. You feel me? And this your segment. I like this segment. You know what I'm saying? Because art reflects society.
Yeah.
Right? And so the current situation.
The current situation.
People going crazy over the man at the Grammys.
And what, you know why they going crazy?
Why?
Did you hear what your man said?
Now listen, he my favorite rapper, right? But he not my favorite speaker. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily. I might have heard a little bit about what he said.
Yeah.
You know, but my thing is this comes down to a question. And we talking about Jay-Z, y'all.
Yeah.
In case anybody don't know what we talking about Jay.
Yeah.
The question is about validation. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna throw it to you. What is your thoughts on validation?
Now, and we talking about validation as far as being awarded that validation. Do we need validation to feel that we are great artists, to feel that we are worthy? You know what I'm saying? And how I feel about validation, I mean, it's always nice to have the gratitude, you know what I mean, for somebody to appreciate your work. But do you really need an award? And this is out for y'all. So y'all people out there who are listening, do you really need an award to validate how great your art is?
We need answers to this in the comments, y'all.
Yeah, we do.
So if you in the NBA, if you in the NBA and you know what I'm saying, you made it to the NBA, you pay for your family, do you have to go to the All-Star game? Do you have to be the top 75 players? Or are you happy to be there? Like winning a Grammy, you already making the money. Like Beyonce is living her best life.
And that's what Jay-Z was saying. Like, yo, she's winning every other Grammy.
Right.
So how do you win every other Grammy and not get album of the year?
You know how people do, like just naturally humans, right?
Right.
And like, best female song, okay, best hip hop, best R&B song.
Yeah.
She got 3. Why would she need to get best album of the year?
Right.
You know, people naturally do stuff. They be trying to make participation awards out of stuff, right?
Right.
So I don't know, man. This is what I think about it, right? When you please man, you can't be doing everything right. If everybody likes you, if everybody's happy, if you get the validation, something's lacking.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Michael Jordan made a comment in which I think he said, if you want to be great, you're going to have to be selfish.
And that's powerful. And that's true.
And I don't want that. I don't want it that bad.
Yeah.
I don't want it that bad.
But how selfish do you gotta be? Because, you know, one of my favorite artists is Michael Jackson. And you know they just did the Who Is Bad, bro. Okay? You know, and they just did a whole 40-year anniversary documentary on him and Thriller.
Okay.
And how crazy that album went. And I love Michael, and I didn't just realize that every song on the album was literally a hit. If you like reflect on that, every song on that.
Right.
And now when I looked at it, I was like, dang, that was all on that one album. He couldn't
The
go
boy went
wrong.
crazy. Now-
He went crazy.
Now let me ask you.
And he got every award he wanted. He deserved.
But this is the thing. What if he didn't? What if he didn't? What if right at that time? No. Or even worse, right?
Yeah.
Michael Jackson is killing. And what if you are Prince?
Mm-hmm.
His music fire too at that same exact time.
Yeah.
Every award that go to Michael, possibly if Michael wasn't, it could be Prince's.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm okay with being Prince that day. I'm alright with being Prince that day. You know what I'm saying? Because you still in the game.
Yeah.
Y'all look, y'all know what we doing. We polishing our piece. And every episode, I'm going to be wearing some of my homie stuff. You know what I'm saying? So today, what I got on from my mans and them, it's the Peace King hat. Shout out to Kariga. You know what I'm saying? My man, he'll let you know wellness is the new genre. And I appreciate that. Nice fitted, baby. Had this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? This is the homeboy piece of the day. It was a statement he had to make, like, this is my own thought. You lost a lot in that moment. You feel what I mean? And see, people ask me all the time, like, my friends would be like, yo, you nice with the music. Or, yo, you should have been did the podcast. I'd be like, dog, I got 7 kids. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Yeah, you father for real.
Anything I do, take away from somebody.
Yeah.
So when I do it, I have to be in a certain space. It's baby steps. With everything I do, I can't hit a home run every time.
Yeah.
You know, and so the point of that is saying is that I think I'm nice still and spitting. And I'll come out there and do a little poem every now and again. I'm gonna drop an album every now and again. We just dropped a book. But I ain't seeking nobody validation.
Yeah.
I don't need a award for the work that I did. Because people know. Like, people was touched by what happened. Whether somebody heard the words or whatever like that, or somebody that's working with us or doing something that we doing, they like, no, Dev had my back, or yeah, what Dev is doing made this opportunity.
Right.
So that's where I'm at with the validation thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've battled with it a lot, especially being a poet, because you know there's that slam poetry out there and all of that type of thing like that, and just you do so much in the community. You like, well, when am I going to get my flowers? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you feel like you need it. Yeah. You need people to acknowledge that you are great. You know what I'm saying? I think great.
You great.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And you're great. And there's a whole lot of great people out there, but it's sometimes we get, and I think that's just a human thing, and then a society thing that makes you feel like you need something to validate your greatness when you really don't. You don't at all. You shouldn't need anything to validate your greatness. You should know that you are great. But I try not to get caught up in it, because competition will get you caught up in it. And that's why I kind of avoid slams. I avoid slamming, because I don't want that. I've heard a lot of poets say, well, you ain't never win a slam, so are you a great poet? You know what I'm saying? And I part of me was like, let me jump on that, but I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean?
Hey, let me be real clear real quick. But my perspective. Can make sure the mic can hear me. Hey, you slammers is different.
Y'all are different.
I respect y'all. You go crazy. I love it. You can and compete at a high level of competition and win. People nervous. Somebody got to go to the bathroom. Slammers is really out there. I do think it's different.
Yeah.
And I'm not a slammer. Just like I'm not a battler. As far as rap is concerned, I'm not gonna battle rap.
That's just different and disrespectful.
Yeah. Even in my household, they got, what I'm saying? We got jokes. We got this. First off, we got this comedy beef in my house.
I heard about that.
Oh yeah, you coming to the.
I'm coming to be
to the MX.
Yeah,
comedy
I ain't
show.
gonna be no judge. I'm gonna just be in there giving it up.
Just remember who you was friends with first.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, but anyway, right?
Sorry, Corey.
So, right, Corey in the background, like, y'all want me to keep this camera steady? Y'all better relax. But no, so it's like, but I can't crack on nobody. Like, I know the people in my house funnier than me, But if it's a cracking battle, I'ma lose. And when the competition get in it, I'm not as nice no more. You know what I'm saying? Unless we like doing stand up, then I'm going to kill him on stand.
Yeah.
But
I feel like competition make me mean, so I don't want to do it.
I'm not
I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
I'm not good at being mean.
Because I don't want to be good at being mean, but we could go there if you really want to go there. I think basketball did it. Did that, and because I was still even quiet with that, I never really said anything. I'm just gonna break your ankles. That was what I was going to do.
I'm not a battler. I'm not a slammer, and I'm not really fitting to crack on you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But I'm fitting to. If it's just me doing my thing, I still be a little competitive like that. Like I'm gonna get on the stage. I'm ready to kill everybody who just went. I'm ready to kill them, but not like the judges and all that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I can dig it.
So look, right? Let's jump back into the questions. I know you got some more questions for me. I'm gonna start with this one though.
Okay.
You have this "Say No" 2024. I'm saying no poem.
Yeah.
It's going crazy on socials.
Yeah.
I need to hear and know. Give me the inspiration. Joseph gonna get me because I'm just smacking his mic every time. And Young said it too. She's like, Dad move a lot, so we're gonna have his camera fluid.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to keep smacking the mic, but give me the inspiration behind the "Say No" 2024 piece. Tell me the title and give us the inspiration.
All right, so it's called "Respect My No." Respect my no, okay? And it's because I continually say yes to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And the inspiration behind that is being everything for everyone, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the mentor, I'm the teacher, I'm the older sibling. Like, you know what I mean? My grandparents can depend on me, and it's like, you know, the world puts all this weight on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
And you know, being a leader, it's just not easy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I am in the position, so I have to learn to have a balance of what I am going to do, how I am going to help, and how I am going to self-care myself, right? So, like, the premise of it, how it ends is saying no to you means I'm finally saying yes to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm finally acknowledging what I need in my life. You know what I mean? That is not always on your time. Because I said I allow people to prey on my sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm doing all of these things and going all of this way out for you. You know what I mean? And I'm not putting in half of that work for me. I'm trying to give while the cup is empty. How can you give when the cup is empty? You can't, man. And I'm not even giving the best part of me at that point.
Right.
When I'm pulling from the negative. Now you gonna see my negative. And how that's gonna end up? Now you talking about me? Oh, well, truth helped me, but she had an attitude, and you know what I mean, all that other stuff. And you know, like, but I helped you. Forget the attitude.
Yeah.
Be appreciate that I was there, cause I ain't had to be there, attitude or not. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, respect my no is I've seen it with a lot of us. A lot of us are walking around and doing the most for everybody else except ourselves. And this is not, I always say self-care ain't selfish. Yeah. Self-care ain't selfish. There's a person who's selfish. There's a person who's selfish, and there's a person who's taking care of self. And we got to know the difference, and we got to understand the balance. Because I'm not saying don't give, but don't give if you ain't got it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's the premise on that. And everybody, I think everybody been feeling that. I think that's been a thing that, like I said, a lot of people have been doing. A lot of grandparents taking care of kids that ain't theirs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, you know, just people in general, teachers who were given their everything. Because, you know, we in this teaching field. So when I'm in there and I see these teachers being parents, being mentors, you know, being caregivers, they're feeding kids. They're doing all of this stuff. And with their paycheck ain't supporting all that they do. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna have to say no. Y'all gonna have to start saying no sometimes. Yeah. And taking care of yourselves. So yeah, that was the inspiration behind that, man.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely.
Look, I'm so much so looking forward to the different things that you got coming up next, and that's a good thing. I think we're gonna see people be overusing this. We're gonna see more abundance.
Yeah.
Coming from you, with you being able to temper what you do.
Yeah, coming from us though. I mean, when you put all of that good energy into things, and you got enough time to actually fuel and create. Because I like being a perfectionist. So like, when you able to take that time to do that, man, the greatness is endless. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited about what's to happen next. But I got something for you.
Okay.
I got something for you. What is your you've accomplished a lot in your life. Done a lot of things. So what would you consider your greatest accomplishment to be?
Yo, DevRock, it's your boy. And we are so happy at the Polish Your Piece podcast that all of our events, some of our wardrobe, all of our decor is brought to you by Cray Designs. If you want your event hooked up, you want it styled, you want to be able to have a 360 camera, if you want your events, your podcast, or whatever you're doing to go to the next level, y'all got to hit up Cray Designs. Check the lower thirds for all contact information.
You got to think about this one, huh?
No, I don't have to think about it, but I have too many things. I ain't gonna lie, like, this gonna sound crazy, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a to-do list type of person.
Okay.
I'm thorough with your to-do. If you go on my phone, the little reminder note, I probably got 100,000 of things checked off.
Okay.
And when I check one off, I'm proud of me. Good job.
The celebration is real.
Yes. I shall have a French fry today. You know?
That part.
So I'm proud of everything I've done. But I think that my most important accomplishment is my family. I will pride myself on being a good husband. I want to be a great father. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like a leader of my house. You know what I'm saying? So everything I do, I try to just make sure that my kids and my family can be involved if they want to. Yeah. Cause, just imagine me rapping, and if my content was different when I was rapping, they can't come to the show. If I was getting booked at clubs at night, they can't go. You know what I'm saying? But most of the times, when I was rapping, if I'm getting booked, or if I'm doing poetry, and I'm getting booked, they can come. They can be a part of it. Most of them, even on my songs, are featured. So my biggest accomplishment is my family. Just like when I look at when me and my wife, we talk about the different things that we want our kids to have, or we glad that they don't have. We got a grandbaby now.
That's wild.
I know.
That's
I'm
wild.
a pops.
Pop.
Just one pop though.
Just one pop.
Because two is two is like, you gotta be like 50 or 60 to get two pops. I'm just pops.
You just pops?
It still sound like you saying daddy or dad.
Okay.
Pops.
Okay.
I mean? Plus everybody called my father pops. And so now I want to get in his
you in his bag.
Yeah. So my biggest accomplishment is my family, and with that, all the work that I do or don't do benefits them, or they can be involved in it. All of my spiritual activities, my faith, and just knowing the truth, being able to teach it to them and help them make the truth their own. Yeah, that's what's really important to me, and it's apparent because when people come around us, they be like, "We just feel the love from your family," and that's important to me.
Yeah, that's what's up. I mean, because I've seen y'all all, perform together. What was the Down the Harbor? What was that? Baltimore by Baltimore?
Baltimore by Baltimore.
Yeah.
Right. Because they all on the song Victory.
Yeah.
And so when you get on there, everybody come on the stage dancing.
That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's beautiful to see. Not many people, like artists don't get to perform with their kids and, their whole family together making it a thing.
7 to 25.
Yeah.
7 years old to 35.
That's lit. That's crazy. That's beautiful. So describe like your process, your creative process. What does that look like? How do you get to these points where you're like,
word? I'm glad that you asked me that. All right, so I have a saying, right? Like I feel like, well, I don't know if I have a saying or if somebody else saying. I don't know whose saying it is, but this is what I go by.
okay,
You're not a professional if you have to be inspired to do the thing you do. You're not a professional if you have to be inspired.
That's interesting.
Because professionals get commissioned to do work, right?
That's very true.
And if you're not inspired, you can't do it, but you need that bag. You feel me?
True.
So, so sometimes when it comes to music, sometimes I hear a beat, and in 15 minutes, a whole song is done, right? Inspiration. Sometimes I'm at a party with my friends and one-liners come to me and I write it in my phone.
Yeah.
And I go back to it, I make a whole rap or poem or piece about it. Sometimes it's a problem or a thought or emotion that's bothering me and I verbalize it and then I find a beat later.
Okay.
When it comes to poetry, I, for the most part, have thought about messages, things I want to teach, things I want to, I want to wish somebody would have told me. And then I write from that perspective.
Okay.
And then I also lately, within the last 2 or 3 years, my wife has been on me and being like, who are you? How do you feel? What are your feelings? Stop.
So you've been writing from everybody else's perspective and not your own.
Exactly.
Wow.
I've been writing because it was witty. It was clever. It was slick. This is something people will repeat. This is something that will get an ooh or ah.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Instead of now starting to tell, who are you? What are you thinking about? How do you feel about what's being said? And so my creative process is to not have one, to be creative all the time. To every time you think of something, write it down, come back and finish it later. When you get commissioned to do a work, have values, right? Yeah. And by I don't mean values, I mean values like about your work. So like every time I write a poem, it's gonna be gritty. I'm gonna talk in broken English. I'm going to incorporate the truth. You will see Bible scriptures or Bible principles in anything that I write. Okay, so now I got a framework. Somebody come ask me for something, they know they getting all that. So now I got a place to start from. I don't have to be inspired. I know I'm using broken English. I know I'm using Bible truth. You know what I'm saying? I know it's going to be gritty. I know I'm trying to be clever and witty. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then I just let whatever they ask for. What's the theme of what they want to talk about? What's the event? Then I put my stuff within that.
So you put their things in that framework.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, their song is about this. They want me to write them a verse for this, for their kids to spit for this. Okay, well, what's the topic of your theme of your stuff? And then I'm gonna make it gritty with a Bible truth, and I'm going to use the broken language. And then some of that stuff, my values. If they say, we want your stuff, but we don't want the broken language, okay, I can bend on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then if somebody be like, we don't want no Bible truth, I might not do it.
Okay.
Depending on what it means. What it means when they say that.
Got you.
But that's my creative process. I want to pride myself on being a professional and not needing to be inspired to get the work done. Because to me, it's just like being a garbage man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's time to go pick the trash up. I can get paid once I'm finished picking it up,
Right.
This is work.
Yeah, I can dig that. Now that's probably like I dislike commission work. Like I like it, but I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Cause it takes a lot to sit down and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And I can do it. But I just love the genuineness of just like being able to let it come and flow and go, however it is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take some note on that. I'm gonna take some note on that framework. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah. So we better wrap this thing up in a few. But I got one question for you. So, well, it's a 2-part question, but I'm gonna set it up with this.
Okay.
Polish your piece. It's happening February 22nd. Hopefully, if everything goes right, you'll see this about a week before it drops. All right.
Oh, yeah.
This is for anybody who likes to go to the studio with a friend and you're not a rapper, you're not a singer, but you just like the entourage because you like to be a part of the creative process. This is for you to be able to come and just how Truth asked me about my process, you get to hear hers.
That part.
Right? This is for all the writers, the readers, and in-betweeners, for everybody who writes something, for everybody who's coming up with something that you want to do, right? Whatever piece you're writing, you can come and learn a writing skill, right? So I'm gonna have Truth on. I'm gonna interview her.
Yeah.
She's gonna do some featured pieces.
Yeah.
And she's gonna do a featured piece. We're gonna have an interview about double entendres.
And I love those.
That's your writing skill.
I love those.
That's my question. I'm gonna ask you in a second about that, right?
Yeah.
But then after that, we're going to have a writing session together here at MRI Studios in the event space. And we're going to all write a double entendre. I'm going to write double entendres. And I'm going to give y'all a prompt for the night.
That's going to be a banger.
So we're going to all write together. And then we're going to open the mic after about 30 minutes or so and let people share what they did.
Share their new double entendre.
You feel me? Okay. So this is a new type of open mic. This is a, if you able
This is something I ain't never heard of.
Oh, okay.
I ain't never heard of this.
Well, thank you. Mostly what is done here at Media Rhythm Institute is about teaching. It's about education. It's about workshopping. It's about writing. And so if we're gonna do an open mic, this what it's gonna look like.
That's what's up, and that's cool because I mean that's different from what we got going on in Baltimore already. Because it's a million regular open mics. You know what I'm saying? But it's no workshop open mic. So this is cool.
And so when people get to come here, even if they're an author, you get to write a book excerpt with them. Right? Whatever is their superpower in writing, they'll teach it to you, and then you get to mimic it and copy it.
Man, we need a grant writer.
Grant.
Okay.
We're gonna hop on it.
Get in the building.
Hey, if y'all know who the best grant writers are,
get in the comments.
Get them invited up here. All right.
Because I'm gonna be at that session.
You feel me? And so that's what February 22nd is gonna be about. We hope you all can come out. We're really excited.
Yeah, please do.
Why did you choose double entendres? Why do you think that's your superpower?
Man, because I do that often. I like to take a word and make it a sentence, a phrase, and give it a double meaning. And how that meaning capitalizes. One, it tests my writing skill. So I love to be tested. I love a challenge. And I think double entendres is a challenge to take two different meanings and make them mean something powerful all at the same time. That's just crazy work. And I admire a lot of the artists who are able to do that. You know what I mean? When I'm watching, because I watch battle rap. Even though I don't do battle rap, I watch them, and their double entendres are crazy. So, like, I be trying to do triple entendres, quadruple entendres. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be trying to challenge myself to do that. So I think it's just a cool way of creative writing. You know what I'm saying? And it's my favorite way.
Word.
One of my favorite ways to creatively write. You know what I mean? So that's why double entendres. And my new pieces have a lot of that in there.
Yeah. When you hit them with, I need somebody checking on my account. I'm like, I'm gonna check on your account. I'm finna text you. I'm gonna let it die down so you don't know I'm getting it. But in a couple weeks, I'm like, you good? I'm gonna check on your account.
that part, yeah.
So look, this has been a beautiful
This was awesome.
time. This is episode 1.
Episode 1, y'all. Y'all let us know how we doing and give us some feedback. Chap in. You know what I mean?
And theoretically, you were the, interviewee for this one. So
I was, but we in a team.
Exactly. So, but we gotta end out every pod asking the question, what's next for you? So tell us what people can see coming for you in the future. By the time this airs, what can they find you at? What can they do? What you got going on? Where you hosting?
So I'm like at plenty of places. Y'all know y'all can check me out at Busboys and Poets in Columbia. That's every second Thursday of the month.
I'm gonna be there.
It's always popping. He be killing it.
It is.
So come and check it out. We got Firehouse Poetry every last Friday. There's Charm City Slam every fourth Tuesday. I host the open mic poet part of that. So whether you want to come out and be on the open mic or you want to slam, come check out Charm City Slam. The podcast gonna be running. We got this thing jumping now. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Polish Your Piece is happening.
Yes.
February 22nd, right?
Yes.
So come check that
7
out.
7 to 10 p.m.
7. You heard him. You heard him. Be where you supposed to be. All right. Beat me there. Beat me there. All right?
Don't meet me there. Beat me there.
Beat me there. All right. So yeah, it's just a lot happening. I'm trying to get some new projects out. I'm trying to do some more collaborations and things like that of that nature. And I'm not trying to be too busy, but I'm trying to be busy enough. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah. So that's what it is.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
That is amazing. All right, well, look, y'all. We have truly enjoyed you all.
Love you.
And we getting ready to wrap this in a second, but I know you want to tell everybody something about mastering their piece.
So I just need you know what I always say, I am a work of art who works my art to only masterpiece, but you are a work of art, so work your art to only masterpiece, y'all. And y'all take it easy on that note.
And we out.
Yeah.
Polish Your Piece, episode 1. Thank y'all.
Peace.
Yo, that's crazy. We just did that.
Polish your piece, masterpiece, then write a masterpiece. Deep breath and release, depth, breath and belief. Polish your piece.